Hello everyone, my topic is motivating adult learners. I talked about this some in my online presentation, but I've added a few bits of information here. One way to keep your adult learners motivated is by having them take the BARC Learning Questionnaire at the beginning of your class to help determine what their learning style preference is. Though I realize it may be difficult to have time for this, reality is it shouldn't take them long to complete the questionnaire and then provide you with the totals from their questions. This would give you an idea of what the majority of learning styles are among your students. Among the BARC Learning Questionnaire styles, as you see below, visual, those who learn well with graphs, charts, and diagrams. Auditory, those who learn well with speech or hearing lecture. R is for reading and writing, so those who learn better from reading in either the coursework or journals or the textbook or writing papers or discussion questions prefer this style. K is for kinesthetic. Using the senses, of course, it will be difficult in an online class to incorporate touch, smell, and taste, but sight and hearing are also part of kinesthetic, which of course can include PowerPoint presentations and synchronous online meetings and discussion. Below is a hyperlink to the questionnaire that includes the scoring page. One study was completed regarding gender learning style preferences, comparing male and female graduate student participants. You can see that there are differences from gender to gender. Males had an even distribution except for the gentleman in the study had a 0 preference for visual. Male participants in the study preferred multiple modes, and they may struggle with subject matter if it's not in the preferenced mode, so that is a good point to note. Females in the study showed a high preference for single mode of information, which may be difficult in an online or group learning forum. 1/3 of the females preferred kinesthetic, which still could incorporate visual and hearing lecture. And though the females use multiple styles, there's one that is dominant or preferred. And just like the gentleman, they may struggle with the subject matter if it's not in the preference mode. Therefore, if you have time to tally up the students' learning styles, it may be beneficial to help tailor your instruction, especially if your class is more prevalent in one gender or the other also. Another strategy is using a learning theory of your preference. I feel that Keller's ARCS model of motivational design does help to keep students on track and motivated. Using attention or surprising events, especially if you give them a piece of information that is surprising regarding the topic material, it can help to grab their attention. Or using inquiries such as discussion questions posted or in the online meeting that requires some critical thinking. In addition, ensuring that the material is relevant to their learning and career goals helps to keep them motivated. Their confidence in their ability and positive attitude about being able to complete and understand the coursework will contribute to their motivation. And also giving them positive feedback, as we've discussed in this class, and personal recognition. Once they've definitely displayed their ability to apply what they've learned, giving them personal recognition and positive feedback will help keep them motivated. I also like to use PowerPoint presentations, especially narrated ones. I think they have value as far as presenting the material. The meeting presentation that we did over the weekend, I felt was a really good way to present your material and open the floor for discussion. PowerPoint presentations are a proven and effective tool, and it is noted that the font and text are important so that the students can read the slide without feeling overwhelmed by the size of the font or the number of words on the slide. Also, too much animation can be distracting to the actual topic you're trying to present, so keeping that to a minimum is better. Your images in your PowerPoint that you choose in your presentation should be consistent with your message and help to provide a visual associated with the content to also help them remember, especially for your visual learners. It is also important to note that teachers, you can train your students to listen for key points. Saying things such as, you may want to pay attention to this, or you may see this again later, or something such as, you may want to write this down. Students will learn that when you emphasize a point, it's going to be important for them to remember, whether it's going to be on a test or show up in some other type of material going forward. Also, engaging the students during a live presentation, during your PowerPoint, is also helpful, especially if they have questions on the material. For PowerPoints, I believe in the rule of 6, which I applied to the majority of the lines on this slide. The rule of 6 for PowerPoints is no more than 6 bulleted points or lines per slide and no more than 6 words per line. I do have a line that is 7 words here, but largely keeping it to 6 words or under and 6 lines per slide is helpful so that the students viewing the PowerPoint feel that the slide is not too overwhelming. I hope that you've enjoyed this presentation and found it helpful, and here are my references. I hope you have a great evening. Thanks.